Hi there, namaste, and welcome back to another spiritualistic pick a card reading. Today I'm channeling a message to you from Mahavatar Babaji. So please take a deep breath, drawing the energy up your spine to create a clear and open channel. As you exhale, allow yourself to come into clear knowing which group or groups has your message in it for you today. We have group number 1 on the left with the yellow light code. Group number 2 in the center with the blue light code, and group number 3 on the right with the purple light code. As always, the timestamps to your readings are listed below in the description box, as well as information about receiving a personal reading or Reiki session with me, as well as the Lightcode Oracle deck that you see listed here. Thank you so much for your presence here today. I'm sending you all my love, light, and gratitude, and I will see you at your reading. Namaste. Hi there, Group 1. Namaste, and welcome to your reading. Today I'm channeling a message to you from Mahavatar Babaji, and you selected the first group with the yellow light code. The first message that is coming through for you today is to watch, simply observe what it is, what energy you are utilizing your free will towards. Babaji would like to remind you that everything goes in circles, and all circles may become spirals. There seems to be an energy here of something being well-rounded in your life, and there is also a little bit of emphasis here about you having a bright aura at this point in time, and realizing why there is a certain distribution of certain energies, materials, resources, gifts amongst this earthly plane. While you can find all of the answers within, this search also begs the question, what do you do with your free will? When given the choice, where do you direct your energy? Where does your attention go? This is, of course, where energy grows. But with this being said, are you utilizing your free will to honor the divine? Or are you utilizing your free will to follow what your mind, your emotions, or your body seek? You are aware at this point in time that your body is a powerful messenger for you. You are also aware that your body consciousness is not a spiritual consciousness, yet it is a level of awareness that helps you to tap in with your subconscious mind, as well as that of your shadow. Babaji would like to remind you that there is nothing that is truly involuntary regarding your body, even though you may have been taught otherwise. Similarly to when you learn a math equation in primary school, if you were to study for many years the highest level mathematics degree, you would learn that a lot of what you learned in school was not entirely correct, but it was good enough for all intents and purposes. This is similar to the way that you were taught about your body and its functions. Babaji would like to remind you, group number 1, that you can process anything that you would like, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, or physically in your body. Babaji, above all, would like to remind you that you are blessed. You deserve to stay blessed. How are you using your free will? If you are receiving blessings, utilize your free will to receive these blessings rather than to focus on the blessings, because this is externally exuding your energy, bringing your energy, perhaps subconsciously, back down into your body consciousness. While body awareness is a beautiful thing, if you are holding energies in your body, they are having a difficult time processing and filtering between the physical body and the realm of consciousness. Babaji would like for you to know, group number 1, that you are loved, you are dear, everything that you seek is possible, and to always, no matter what the situation is, give it up to God, or Source, or the universe. While it's important to remember that you are a co-creator, it is also important to remember that regardless of what your ego or your body is telling you, including your emotions and your brain, the best option in every way will always be to use your free will to direct the energy back to its source. It is, of course, your prerogative to utilize your life, your free will, your body, your karma, your emotions, your thoughts, however you would like. While there is no right or wrong, there is a right and left. Now, one might look at left and not think that it's wrong, but right is still right. Babaji would like to remind you that you are meant for things, if you so choose, much greater than what you're currently experiencing. You will notice that the more you let go, the more you release and surrender at this point in time, the more powerful your life becomes. Not you, not your ego, but your life. As you allow yourself to direct your will and your intention back up towards its source, you also, simultaneously, if you so choose, as is your prerogative to do so or not to do so, may allow the divine to work through you. The more, group number 1, that you allow the divine to work through you instead of by you, the less you instruct divine what to do, and the more you allow divine to instruct you what to do, or simply work through you without the middleman of the brain or the emotions, the less spiritual phenomena and illusion you will experience, and the more precision you will experience as well. This is a fast way to success in any area of life that you might possibly seek it, aware or unaware of it you may be. However, again, success would not be the intention. The intention here would be to utilize your free will simply to direct every energy back to its source. Now, this is not by compulsion, and it's not by persuasion, and it is not by any matter other than your genuine pure heart, your genuine pure intention. When your intention is to get closer to God, Source, the universe, Spirit, you will find that the things that you attract will be the abundance that falls under that umbrella. Because you are not telling the universe that you desire a material thing or an emotional experience or a particular thought process, you are not allowing your body or your ego to drive the vehicle. Rather, you are allowing your intention to be genuinely, purely, honestly, again, not out of perhaps intentional or unintentional manipulation of the circumstance or vibration, but out of genuine purity, genuinity and authenticity, directing this energy back to its source. If you so choose, if you so desire, and if it comes with genuinity, all abundance is inevitably, expansively yours. But of course, as this is not what you seek, you will not become persuaded by it. It is easy, however, to desire the material things of this life, the emotional feelings of this life, the different thought processes of this life, to explore and dabble with being a co-creator, as is your right as a human being and a part of the body that is consciousness experiencing itself as humanity under the delusion of being an individual. As is your birthright, as is why you are here. But group number 1, Babaji would like to remind you that you would not be here if you were not ready for this. You would not be here right now if you were not in a place where you were seeking, now what? What I ask for doesn't make me happy, or I am happy, I've been happy for so long, what is there left to aspire to? And the true answer, the infinite answer, the expansive answer is this. While it is important to listen to your body pertaining to its requirements, it is also important to remember that what you are taught as your body's requirements and what you are taught about your body is not entirely true. Some of it intentional, some of it not. Because for all intensive purposes, as far as you are concerned, a lot of what you have learned is correct. If you were a generalized person working their way through their body, do not worry. When you pay attention to your breath, you will continue to breathe subconsciously. Do not worry when you draw awareness to your heartbeat or to your circulation, because these things will continue without your needing to tell them to. However, the more that you draw attention and awareness to what is perceivably, perhaps, subconscious to you, the more you're able to tap in actually with not only the manifest but the unmanifest. And the more you are able to understand that there is really no difference between one and the other. It is simply the consciousness. Do not forget, group number 1, that your body awareness, your consciousness in your body, is not the higher level consciousness. And it can be step 1 towards connecting with spirit. Step 2 is the emotions that you feel held within the body, the memories, the energies, the subtle realm. Step 3 would be actually the thoughts and the knowledge that goes along with these things that are infused within the emotions and the subtle energies within the body. And beyond this is the wisdom that comes from this, from a spiritual place. And beyond this realm of consciousness is that of bliss, that of Ananda, that of union with divine. And so from this place, trust that when these are one and the same, you are purely a vessel of pure consciousness. And again, it is your prerogative to have your human experience. That is actually the only reason you are here. But if you so choose, Babaji is giving you this map so that you can understand that you are simply a Russian doll of the divine. This does not mean that you cannot explore this realm. It does not mean that you do not have free will, because you do. But it also means that when you are tired of asking for health and being given health, when you are tired of receiving that health and then realizing that you don't have money, and when you are tired of then asking for health and money, you realize you don't have connections, and when you realize that you get the connection you asked for, you got the connection and the money but then didn't ask for the health, when you realize that the nuances of the manifest are beginning to tire you out, when you realize you're at the end of your rope trying to manipulate and play with your half of the co-creative energy that is the free will of your human vessel as your prerogative, as part of the divine manifest, you can, from whichever point you would like, stop trailing outwards and begin to turn inwards. This does not only mean looking within yourself and clearing the mind. This does not only mean drawing attention and awareness to your emotions and finding a balanced nervous system. This does not mean turning within yourself and doing a bodily scan or seeing where you're holding what and relaxing your body. Although you will notice that the further out in layers of yourself and your consciousness, you are able to travel and seed into your physical manifest body as your actual consciousness, as your experience, the more everything that falls within is a given. From the ground up, from the body up, it sure takes a lot of energy to get up into the sky beyond the atmosphere, to go from the body up to that consciousness realm. But it is oh so simple to go the other way. Gravity simply pulls you down. So, group number 1, Babaji would like for you to know, with, as you are curious, selecting the light code for the solar plexus here, that the sun is your friend, even if you're taught otherwise. The divine is your friend, even if you are taught otherwise. Release of control is your friend, even if you were taught otherwise. And subconscious is never really truly that, even if you were taught otherwise. Be where you are and do as you wish. Believe what you may and think what you must. But remember that no matter where you are, you have the map to infinity. And from this place, all is possible, all is abundant, all is yours. However, to manifest truly from this place does require genuinity and purity of the intention, to return to that place, to stay in that place. You can become a portal of light, a portal of consciousness, a portal of God, a portal of the universe, a portal of the cosmos, a portal of spirit, if you so choose. But to be a portal is not to listen exclusively to that of the thoughts, the emotions, the body, and anything outside of that. But the best case scenario from the highest perspective, as well as anything that you may seek consciously or even subconsciously to you, is a given, because all lies under the umbrella of unmanifest. The more you focus on the manifest, the further away the unmanifest feels. The two are really one and the same, and it is up to you where you choose to rest your consciousness. Remember, wherever you are on your journey, the 5th dimension is always outside of time, so there will never be a 5-dimensional timeline. Remember, no matter where your consciousness is, that allowing decisions to be divinely orchestrated and created for you will always yield the best result. And regardless of where your consciousness is, trust that everything can function subconsciously, just as you were taught your breath and your circulation and your heart and your blood vessels do. Simultaneously, everything can be voluntary, just like you know that your breath and your heartbeat and your circulation are. Do with this what you would like, and trust that whatever comes about is not what you are able to shift yourself into as a vibrational match, as much as it is where your genuine, pure heart and intention lies. When what you truly want is one with the divine, you will never, ever, ever feel anything but whole. And you will never, ever, ever seek anything beyond. Group number 1, this is your channeled message from Mahavatar Babaji today. I hope this helps shed love, light, and clarity for you. And as always, I hope you have an amazing rest of your day, week, month, year, and incarnation in this beautiful magical realm. I love you, thank you for being here, and I'll see you next time. Namaste. Hi there, Group 2, Namaste, and welcome to your reading. Today I'm channeling a message to you from Mahavatar Babaji, and you selected the second group with the blue light code. Babaji would like to make you aware of the fact that you've been doing too much recently for yourself and for others. And of course, while you feel it is only natural for you to do things that you know in ways that you can, because you are kind, because you like to help, because you like to be of assistance, you also are being cautioned not to put yourself in compromising situations, not because you cannot handle them, but because you deserve more respect than the way that even you are treating yourself right now. Babaji would like to let you know that some of your negative thoughts are, at this point in time, more realistic indications about what you are expecting from certain situations in your life, as opposed to what it is that is being shown to you by that around you. This is meant to be comforting for you. Babaji would also like to remind you that it is your job to take care of yourself. And if you do a wonderful job at being a beautiful person and taking care of yourself, then it will spread by proxy, similarly to when you are naturally smiling and you are walking down a busy road. Others might smile because it's contagious. It's not because you're trying to get them to smile, and everyone's not going to smile. It is simply more likely to happen. You are working too hard, and yet you still smile, and yet your smile is still contagious. Babaji would like for you to know that you deserve to be smiled at. You deserve to have a smile that is contagious upon you, rather than always the other way around. Although you do deserve to be smiling all the time anyway. You deserve to take something that is beautiful and make it even bigger, better, and brighter. Babaji would like to remind you that you know where to find this, and it is no place other than within. As well, you might be contemplating a bit at this time with where your boundaries lie pertaining to helping others. Are you inclined to smile? Are you not? Are you safe to admit if your smile was contagious off of somebody else? Or are you claiming the beauty all to yourself? You are perhaps looking at boundaries pertaining to your comfort zone with helping others on their terms rather than yours, when in reality, if you're helping someone, they must be in your terms. If it's not in your terms, this is where you set a boundary not to help, not to assist. So, with this energy being in contemplation right now, Babaji would like to remind you that you are special, you are beautiful, you are loved, and that oftentimes those who can see the brightest parts of the world and the universe also see the darkest parts of the world and the universe. And this is not to ask you to sign up for a roller coaster, it is rather to show you your depth and your responsibility. Your capacity is much larger, and so because of this, you feel the need to use it. However, when an environment feels as though it is not conducive to your growth, when a person seems as though they are not capable of respecting your boundaries, they are not capable of showing up for you in the ways that you need, yet require a sacrifice from you when they are the ones with nothing to lose for this reason, this can easily turn into a power play. The more spiritual you get, the better humanity is not. This is not the case. You often hear that in the spiritual community, what you are is what you see around you. This is true while you are learning a particular part of a particular lesson of a particular journey. However, this is not a universal truth. As within, so without, as above, so below is true in a divine universal sense. But when your consciousness is further than the ego, then your reality is larger than ego as well, meaning that it is diverse. You see all of the colors. It is not just simply what it is that you're working on at that point in time. Babaji would like to remind you that you are always protected, you're always guided, and that Babaji is always with you as well. Divine is always with you. God is always with you. In fact, to think about these things is to remind yourself that it is so much more than a thought. To seek as though it was somewhere that was not within you, as though it was somewhere that was not right in front of your face, is silly. So allow yourself to remember that the more that you awaken to the truth, the less your truth matters. So when you find yourself in situations where you are experiencing the truth of humanity, different as it may be from the divine truth, yet still ever perfect, omnipresent, you will inevitably notice that you have decided to take, I'm hearing guard post, at a particular location, at a particular vibration, at a particular energy, in a particular situation. Because you are allowing divine to work through you, you will be, yes, rewarded, but you will be given an important position. This is different from being chosen. This is being put last. This is ending up at a goalpost where you are a guard there, and it is rare that you see others passing this station. However, because it is the place where people can get the most lost, because it is a place that is fewer and further between, harder to find, more isolated, it is the most important that you are there. While it is not the only important one, it is one of the more important ones. And so, when you are assisting others at your goalpost and someone is arguing with you which way to go, well, you are the keeper of that gate. You are the keeper of your vessel. You are the keeper of what it is that you have been assigned. And only you have authority to speak on it. Because of this, assist others, but only on your terms. Love others unconditionally, but also have that love for yourself. Trust that if someone is not inclined to smile, you do not have to make them. And also trust that you deserve for someone to make you smile as well. You are very, very connected with spirit. You're very, very connected with the universe, with God, with the cosmos. You're very, very elevated and evolved in consciousness. And while it might be easy to claim the drop-off of a particular level as an end goal, as a finishing spot, as a place to settle, remind yourself that most people evolve as far as they feel like they need to be comfortable, and then they will fall off and stop. This was never the case for you, because your goal was not physical comfort. It was not your physical vessel. It was not your ego. It was not your body. It was not your mind. It was not your emotions. It was simply to honor God, honor Source, honor the universe, honor the cosmos. The light code that you selected, group number 2, is that of full system cleanse. Babaji would like to remind you that sometimes what is required of you is to receive. Sometimes what is required of you is to cleanse the situations, the people, the environments in your life that you know do not serve you, that you know aggravate you. But with this being the case, your response to an environment does not mean that the problem is with the environment. It means that it is with you. Someone disrespecting your boundaries does not mean that they are the problem, even if they are weaponizing ignorance. If there is a problem with someone around you, if you have a problem with their disrespect, still, you are the problem. And this is not to say ego to ego, human to human, They are not misbehaving and you do not deserve better. That is not to say this. Rather, Babaji would like to remind you that as you grow and evolve, the environment that you are in matters less. Because the way that you treat yourself matters more, becomes non-negotiable. So, the worse that you treat yourself, you might find the better environments you are in. Although in certain entry-level spiritualities, you will learn that this is not the case. Alternatively, the better you treat yourself, the worse environments you might find yourself in. Once more, this is not a universal law. This is not to say this is what must occur. This is not to say that this is fair or it's what you deserve. It is simply to say it is a full system cleanse. There is a bit of the yin in the yang and a bit of the yang in the yin, and that must be the case in order to see the whole system from an external perspective. Otherwise, you would only be in the yin and be surprised to find that dot, or you would only be in the yang and be surprised to find that dot. However, you see the shape from the outside. You have this consciousness. Therefore, you will notice that things seem to be displaced, and you will also have knowledge why they are placed there, and the wisdom that is the true knowledge. Babaji would like to remind you that not only are you very intelligent, not only are you very evolved, but you are also not one with nothing to lose. Not in materiality, but in spirit. This is not to say that your consciousness can devolve by being around certain people. It's not to say that certain people or environments can lower your vibration. You are either aware already that this is not true, or you are learning that this is the case. And so, this is why the way that you treat yourself with your own boundaries is helpful and significant at this point in time. You are going to be taking a leadership position. You're going to be gifted a position of authority. And what you choose to do with it will be divinely intervened. And this is exactly why you are being given this position. Trust that all that is lost never really is. All that is found never really was. And that there's a little piece of each in the middle of both. Babaji would like to remind you, group number 2, that you are more than you are in your body. You are more than you are in your mind. You are more than your emotions. You are more than the situations, the people, the events, the titles, the money, the things around you. And Babaji would also like to remind you that your experience of the omnipresent current of the ocean of consciousness manifest through your life and your physical body may sometimes make you feel as though you are so relatable with everyone and seemingly so different and unrelatable from everyone. This is the yin within the yang. This is the yang within the yin. Trust that at this point in time, there's nothing more that needs to be done. Wait for direction and allow yourself to enjoy what is around you. If you are being given space, it is not so you can find something to do. It is most likely because you are being called to do nothing. But don't worry, there will always be a dot of something within the nothing. Babaji has one more message for you today, group number 2. Continue to follow your beacon of light. You are a beacon of light from within. Trust that everything that you experience in this earthly realm is no little more than an analogy for something that is occurring energetically and subtly, still more connected to your body than it is your consciousness. And as you continue to awaken from the illusion of this realm, you will continue to find yourself strengthening more and more of the body, of the spirit, of the emotions, of consciousness. And as this occurs, speak less and travel more, internally, externally, both. Because there is a point in time where your presence is like a traveling guard post. You see, you are not at a place in the top of the snowy mountains in the middle of nowhere in the Himalayas. You are a frequency, and that frequency does not budge because it has finished its attunement process. And so when the frequency travels to different realms, different dimensions, different locations, different countries, different people, different environments, continue to cleanse your thoughts and emotions and your body and everything apart from the clutter that can get collected along the way, everything apart from your pure consciousness, your soul. Because you are the gatekeeper, the guard post of a particular frequency. You are a portal. You are a book that is hard to find. You are a language that is barely spoken. You are a frequency that is hard to reach. You are magic that must come at a particular time. So allow yourself to be carried and moved by the divine will. Because, as you know, you're always in the right place at the right time. But you are no longer in an energy of striving or trying or figuring out. So because of this, wherever your guard post manifests, you will be there with it. So enjoy the situation and treat it as the illusion that it is, as though you were in the middle of the Himalayas on the top of a snowy mountain, protecting your post. And simultaneously, there was just a astral body of a person or the situation or the environment that was showing up there for you. It is no different. But your energy is a bit more malleable, and you deserve beautiful life experiences. Right now, this is the plan the divine has for you. So continue to treat your body kindly, continue to treat yourself kindly, and continue to make sure that you are not molding to your environment. You are being called to environments because they are ready to be molded by you. Not by your hands, but by the frequency that you inevitably inherently are. By doing less, you will be doing the most, and vice versa. Babaji would like to remind you, group number 2, that you deserve to dance, you deserve to play, you deserve to experience the romance of falling in love with the universe. And you do, and you can, and you have. Continue to prioritize the sunshine in your life. Continue to prioritize your meditation, your connection, your breath work. It is true that life is short, but really life is infinite. Life is everlasting, and it does not matter which version of you are pretending to be, because all versions of you, up, down, left, right, human, insect, animal, object, inanimate, being animate, this dimension or another, you are all part of the same being. So, take it with a grain of salt. Everything except the frequency that you are the protector of. It is an honor and a privilege, and Babaji would like, just as you bow to him, to bow in response to you. Because you are being initiated into a new chapter of life, into a new chapter of your spiritual journey that you have been humbly denying, because everyone, because Source, because Babaji knew that you were ready, and you knew it was meant for you, and you never quite felt worthy. And that is precisely why it is your time. That is precisely why you are ready now. And that is precisely why you will find that whether or not that stranger smiles back at you on the street, you already have a reason to smile. And so the response is not what matters. It is simply your internal state. Group number 2, that was your channeled message from Mahavatar Babaji. I hope this helped shed love, light, and clarity for you. And as always, I hope you have an amazing rest of your day, week, month, year, and incarnation in this beautiful magical realm. If you're interested in personal channeling sessions, readings, Reiki, etc., you can find the link in my description box below, as well as all the rest of my personal information if you'd like to connect on socials, if you would like to pick up a meditation journal, a self-exploration guided prompted journal, my Lightcode oracle deck, Follow Your Heart oracle deck, my mini oracle deck, and lots of other stuff that I have up there just to help with your spiritual self-development, tools that I make for myself and eventually share with you because it's all about spreading the love. I love you, I'm grateful that you were here, and I will see you next time. Namaste. Hi there, Group 3, Namaste, and welcome to your reading. Today I'm channeling a message to you from Mahavatar Babaji, and you selected the 3rd group with the purple light code. There seems to be an opportunity in your life that you both do not wish to pass up, but simultaneously don't wish to experience. I'm getting a sense of nostalgia here. Babaji is aware that you see something as a means to an end, and that you are choosing to have faith in the situation, but there seems to be an obstacle that's been removed in your life, simultaneously that you were kind of hoping would stay there. Babaji would like to let you know that you are being prepared right now for one of the grandest adventures, one of the grandest blessings of your life. And while it might not look like this from where you stand or from the outside, there is something here that you are beginning to see for what it is worth. Not in cost, not in value, not in price, but worth. Babaji would like to remind you that the things that are important to you do matter, and that just because something is close enough does not make it perfect. However, sometimes close enough can be an enjoyable experience. Babaji would like to let you know that it is encouraged that you continue to have faith in this situation and be brave enough to put one foot in front of the other. However, as you know, sometimes we are walked through situations that we don't always understand why, or how, or the reason, when you know that something seems like it's not just right, even though you know spiritually that it is. So, Babaji would like to challenge you to increase your faith. Maybe because you need some extra prayers, maybe because you've received all of the information that you can receive here. Perhaps because you notice that you perhaps are a bit feeling outgrown of the situation, or that you've done enough work to deserve better, or perhaps that someone else should be doing something that you are doing. I'm hearing the phrase, why can't someone else do it? I'm hearing, I know I deserve better, why don't you? I'm hearing, really, after all that work, this is all I get. Babaji would like to remind you to look up, look at the light, look at the positive, look at the optimistic, and continue to have faith. This is not to say that you do not get to experience better. It is simply to say that you have not, in a linear fashion, walked towards your reasoning, towards the why everything was perfect, why everything had to go the way that it did. Because there is a feeling that you are getting to enjoy a vacation in some way. I'm being shown somebody like going on vacation for a week and coming home and just enjoying that place that you're at while you're there. It's not a permanent place. You still have responsibilities, maybe while you're there, maybe when you go home. But you are being gifted with an opportunity to experience divine love from a different perspective. Babaji would like to remind you, group number 3, that the way that you connect with God, with Source, with the universe, is different from the way that it connects back with you. Because the love of the universe, the love of God, the love of Source, it is not conditioned. It is not conditional. It is not putting different paradigms together and creating a function or a format or an algorithm in order to try to make something fit in a particular framework. Simply, it is infinitely expanding. Simply, it is. Simply, it is love. Babaji would like to remind you to work on your gratitude practice at this point in time and to continue to work on your crown chakra. If you're feeling as though the world around you is maybe getting slower, but you have to speed up, this is an indication to look within. And Babaji would like to let you know that everything around you has you in mind, has you in heart. Although it might not be perceived like this all the time by you, this is where you're being called to have faith. That you have all the information that you need, all the information you would want. Things are going exactly the way that you would choose for it to. And that what may be perceived by you as a detour might actually be the main road. The light code that you have selected is actually that of crown activation, which is very fitting for this reading. Babaji would like to remind you of Om, the way that it sounds, the way that it looks, the way that it feels. And to remind you that you can always go back to this place whenever you seek clarity. It is the connection of all that is manifest, all that is unmanifest, and all that is in between. Worry less about the information, worry less about the future, and allow yourself to open up those 1,000 petals of the lotus that is your crown. Allow yourself to trust that, yes, lotuses do grow through mud, and with this being the case, sometimes it is among a haystack that you find a needle, or with this analogy specifically, it is within like a mud flat that you will find your lotus. So, just as you have grown and evolved, have done it before, and will do it again, Babaji would like to remind you, group number 3, that your expression matters. The highs, the lows, the good, the bad, because you have a divine connection, a very strong divine connection. And so while you may feel misunderstood, while you may feel unheard, while you may feel like your voice doesn't matter or you should hold it back, trust that the expression of your words makes an impact and that it is very, very important. You seem to have, they're showing me the princess and the pea. You seem to have detected a pea under a mattress. However, someone might just see luxurious 20 mattresses stacked on top of one another. But you're able to feel the pea. You are able to find the answer. You're able to speak the truth. You're able to understand what is going on. Babaji would like to remind you that thy will be done, even if it's working through you. Your decisions are less your own than you think. You have less creative power than you think that you do, in a good way. And to trust that everything is, yes, working out not only in your favor, but in the divine favor and divine will. And sometimes divine will does not look the way that you would have chosen it to. You might not see why it's in your favor until later down the line. But trust that just as you are experiencing the divine drama, the divine play, the divine theater of this unrealistic experience of this realm of illusion, continue to hold tight, continue to watch, because this is simply entertainment, and the more aware that you can be, the more you will be able to identify the divine will in your life. Maybe not always understand it, but identify it. There are some limiting beliefs that are being removed from you right now, and you do have a surprise on its way for you. Babaji would like to remind you that it is always safe to trust. No matter what illusion you have been deluded into, no matter what your external surroundings say, it is always safe to trust. It is always safe to have faith in every single circumstance, no matter what you are pretending to see from others, because everything that you encounter is the divine, and you can always trust the divine. You might notice that it is the divine working through an unconscious human. You might notice that it is the divine working through a situation that you and your ego would not choose for yourself. However, you can always trust the divine. Therefore, you can always trust any situation in front of you. Babaji would like to remind you that you have grown and evolved a significant amount in this lifetime. You have done a lot of spiritual work. Your devotion and your fortitude are not things that can be taken away from you. And your continuation of this process is integral to you seeing what is ahead. The road does not change in length, but the speed with which you take to get down the road is up to you. Everything else can wait. Your search for God or the universe or source or spirit is the one thing that cannot. So, continue to be determined, continue to practice your faith, continue to open up that crown, and continue to trust that everything is the decision of the divine. It is not the decision of the divine and whatever ego is attached to that illusion. Everything is the divine, including you. Okay, group number 3, this was your channeled message from Babaji. I hope this helped shed love, light, and clarity for you. And as always, I hope you have an amazing rest of your day, week, month, year, and incarnation in this beautiful, magical realm. I love you. Thank you for being here, and I will see you next time. Namaste.